You're listening to the Stay Sore podcast.
Hey, what's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to the Stay Sore podcast. I'm your host, Bo Skitsko, and today we're going to talk about health. Not only health and what it is, but also how do you take control over your health? How do you take ownership over your own health? Now, according to the World Health Organization, health, or the definition of health, is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Now, about a decade ago, when I was studying to become a personal trainer, and I also later started exercise science, the definition in physiology books was closer to this: health is homeostasis. Here's what homeostasis means. Homeostasis is your body's ability to bring everything back to center, everything back to balance. It also states that you need a little bit of outside effects to constantly have your body learn and be able to fight these outside stressors to bring your body back to center. Here's what I mean. For example, blood pressure. Your blood pressure goes up, your heart and blood vessels have to react accordingly to bring your blood pressure back to normal. If it's too low, again, your heart and blood vessels have to react to bring it up back to normal. Same thing, for example, with water balance and your kidneys, right? Your body always tries to balance things out. When you work out a little bit, you teach your immune system and nervous system to recover from the workout. If you don't do one, if there's no stressor like working out and challenging yourself, then your nervous system and your immune system doesn't know how to heal you and bring you back to center. So homeostasis is always this fight of like left and right, up and down, forward and backwards, all these opposites to bring you back to center, to normal, to health. Now, the reason why I think it's so important to talk about health is, according to the CDC, the leading cause of death last year, 2020, was heart disease. And as we know it, according to the Mayo Clinic, the leading cause for heart disease is things like lifestyle choices, things that you and me have very much control over. Your lack of movement or exercise, your nutrition choices, your bad habit choices like smoking or drinking, for example, right? All these things that we have control over can be fixed, and then there's less heart disease, which was the leading cause of death. I really feel passionate about it. Let's get healthy together. But before I continue, I really want you to understand that I'm not a doctor. Yes, I have a lot of experience in health and fitness over the last decade, but I'm not a doctor, so this video is not meant to treat or diagnose anything. It's just food for thought, so you can think about the choices that you make every day. And I'd want everyone to get at least one thing out of this video of how they can be a little healthier. All right, let's take control over our own health. So I think that there's 4 main pillars of health. The first and most important one is obviously sleep. I had a whole podcast, a whole video and a podcast episode about sleep and how to sleep better. I'll link it in the comments below, in the comments and the description, as well as iCard on YouTube up here. You can watch that. But why is sleep so important? Well, don't sleep for a night or two and then you tell me. When you go to sleep and you go into this deep sleep phase, that's the deep recovery phase. That's where you fix all your tissues, your cells, your brain cells, as well as your organs. Everything gets fixed when you sleep. That is why sleep is so extremely important. It keeps your metabolism high if you sleep enough, which means it's harder to get overweight when you sleep properly. You cure your own diseases with your immune system when you sleep deep. Your hormonal balances are better when you sleep. So sleep is the absolute number one contributor to a healthy life that you have control over. Number 2 pillar, next after sleep and importance, would be nutrition. And here's why. A really simple example. Every single cell in your body is made out of the food that you eat. Even more so, every single thought that you have in your brain, all those neurotransmitters reacting in your brain and carrying information, creating thought, are still made out of the food that you consume and put into your mouth. That's why nutrition is the second most important part when it comes to controlling your own health. In simple and somewhat rough terms, excuse my wording, if you eat garbage, you become garbage. Meaning, if you eat colorful fruits and vegetables, you become this colorful and full of life and energy and health person. So, food is creating you, even your thoughts, even your emotions, even your mental health, even your physical health. So if you eat a lot of processed foods, we know from research it's going to affect your mental state significantly. People that have eaten processed food their whole life develop dementia way sooner when they get older. There's so many links to food and mental health. You already know the physical part of it, right? Like being overweight, inflammation in your joints, and in your organs, and so on. Number 3 in importance would be stress management, your everyday life situation. And what I mean is, are you happy with your job? When you go to work in the morning and spend about 8 hours at work on average, are you happy with that? That's 1/3 of your life. Are you enjoying it? Are you loving it? The people that you hang out with, do you feel happy with those relationships, or are they stressing you out? Are there more toxic people in your life or more stressful people in your life? What is your stress management strategy? All these things combined make up all the stress in your life. Are you happy with your life? And what do you do if you're not happy with it? This is what I personally call stress management. Can you say no, for example, sometimes? Can you say yes to the right things? Or are you afraid to say yes sometimes? Are you afraid to say no to certain people or certain offers? The number 4 pillar of health is exercise, or in broad terms, more activity. Are you active? Are you moving? Are you giving your body, your homeostasis, a reason to be strong? Are you stimulating your body physically from just movements like hiking, walking, riding your bike, or exercise in the gym, lifting things, jumping on things, throwing things, right? So these 4 pillars will help you be healthy physically and mentally. Sleep, nutrition, stress management, and exercise or activity. On those 4 pillars rests your health, physical and mental. What are you doing about it, and what choices do you make in your life? If you want more health and fitness tips as well as mindset tips, subscribe to the podcast, or if you're listening to this or watching this on YouTube, then subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and please leave some comments underneath so you can tell me what else you would like to see in the next upcoming episode. Stay healthy, stay sore. See you in the next one.